So we're looking at page 67, number 7. There are two main ideas here. The first main idea is kind of revisiting and continuing to memorize our 30, 60, 90 right triangle relationships. So the first thing is it says using a right triangle, by using the triangle whose sides have lengths 1, root 3, and 2. What kind of triangle is that? It should be a right triangle. And it was testing that you knew that already. Where the short side is 1. Root 3 is between 1 and 2. So the medium side is root 3. And the hypotenuse is 2. And you could check that it's a right triangle because 1 squared is 1. Root 3 squared is 3. 2 squared is 4. And that adds the Pythagorean theorem. Okay. Now, a question was brought up. And I know this isn't very good to scale. Question was brought up. How do I know which angle is the 30-degree angle? Well, yes, Matt.
It's opposite the shortest side.
Yeah, 30 is the smallest angle in that triangle. So it's opposite the smallest side. So this should be a 30. That one's already 90. This one's already 90. So that has to be a 60. And then what it says is you should be able to write non-calculator expressions for sine, cosine, and tangent of a 30-degree angle. So let's do this. Sine 30 degrees equals, now we're going to the part where it's having you go back and remember trig functions, kind of refreshing your memory on trig functions. So sine, the sine trig function is what ratio? Opposite over hypotenuse. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse. I'll write this, where will I write this? I'll write this here. Sine equals opposite over hypotenuse. What is the opposite side of the 30-degree angle? 1. And what is the hypotenuse? 2. Well, that's nice. Sine 30 is just 1/2. You can check in your calculator. It'll give you 0.5. What about cosine 30? First of all, what's cosine? Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So the adjacent side, let's see, cosine of 30 equals, what's the adjacent side of 30? Square root 3, and the hypotenuse is 2. Again, you could check on your calculator. You get a decimal in your calculator, and that decimal will be the same as taking root 3 over 2. Tangent, ran out of room here, let's make a little bit more room. Tangent, what is the ratio for the tangent function? Opposite over adjacent? Okay, so tangent 30 equals what? 1 over square root 3. And the only thing is you're not supposed to have roots in the denominator. So how do we get rid of that? You can't just square it because that changes the value. You multiply top and bottom by root 3. See, if you do that, what are you actually multiplying by? 1. So the numerator is going to be root 3. What's the denominator going to be? Just 3. And there are your 3 answers.